Are your beliefs standing in your way of making money? Find out today. Hey y'all, I'm Kendrick Shope, creator of Authentic Selling, the #1 sales process for your business, which allows you to get more customers, make more money, and have the freedom to live the life you want to live. For tactical, practical, proven, strategic sales solutions that work for your business, ring the bell and subscribe. What beliefs do you have that might be keeping your business broke? Ooh, it just sounds cringy. I don't even like saying it, but it's true. There are 3 common beliefs that I have seen over the course of I have seen the light. That looks weird with my hands. That I have seen over the course of the last 10 years that keep business owners from making as much money as possible. And we don't want that, because when you're making more money, you're helping more people, you're making the world a better place. I mean, it's just this ongoing cycle of positivity. So let's make sure that you can identify if you have these beliefs and recognize them so that we can tell them goodbye. Belief number 1 that could be keeping your business broke is the belief that selling is pushy. Or as I like to say, selling is icky, sleazy, slimy, gross, crusty, musty, rusty, dusty. Listen, there are all kinds of reasons that you could believe that selling is pushy. Likely you, and if you are breathing and have ever bought anything, this is true, have had a rotten sales experience. One that makes you want to jump in the shower and just scrub off afterwards. Or you have likely also had buyer's remorse. Like, why the heck did I buy that? That sort of sick feeling in the pit of your stomach. And we are so sensitive in the online world in a good way that we never, ever, ever want someone to feel that way. And we certainly don't want to be the cause of it. Cue the Taylor Swift. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. You go talk to your friends. Similarly, we are never, ever, ever gonna sell like a bully. You tell your friends, I'll tell my friends. Seriously, like, nobody wants to make their people feel like we have pushed something on them, right? And so we have this belief or this fear that is a bit illogical, no judgment, but a bit illogical, that we are going to be so powerful and so almighty that we're going to push our product or service onto someone, causing them to buy something they don't want to buy, have regret about it, ruin their lives, send them into bankruptcy, and destroy everything. First of all, we don't have that much power. Second of all, it's very unlikely to happen. Third of all, selling does not have to be that way. You don't have to break up with selling. Instead, let's break up with doing selling in an icky, sleazy, slimy, gross way, or icky, sleazy, slimy, cringy, musty, dusty way. Instead, let's turn selling into an act of helping. So right here, right now, here's the belief that I want you to replace. I am not good at selling. Selling is gross. Selling is pushy. Selling is a bully. I don't like selling. Replace that belief with this belief instead. Selling is helping. Now, just because I say it doesn't make it so. I don't have that much power. But if you set a boundary right now for yourself and say, I am not going to engage in selling if it feels icky, sleazy, slimy, gross, cringy, musty, rusty, dusty, then you will stop. You will ignite your inner Diana Ross and the Supremes. And you will use the Supremes tool to say, stop in the name of authentic selling. If it starts to get icky, think it all over and find a better way. You stop, you pause. If it feels icky, sleazy, slimy, gross, cringy, musty, rusty, dusty, stop and ask yourself, how can I accomplish the same outcome and instead it feel like helping? And if you don't know, give me a call. I can help with that. So belief number 1 that could be keeping your business broke is believing that selling has to be, that you have to become a sales bully. It's just not true. Instead, let's break up with that way of selling and become a sales helper. The number 2 belief that could be keeping your business stuck or broke is believing that your customers can't afford it. Said with so much love, your customers' money is none of your business. I was coaching, sales story time. I was coaching someone one time and she said to me, Kendrick, all of my people cannot afford my products and services. I was like, okay, well, that's a problem. How do you know that? Are they telling you that? She's like, no, but they're telling me their occupations, and I know what this specific occupation makes, and I know that they can't afford my prices. And I was like, again, stop in the name of authentic selling, because you don't know their finances. They could be the heir to Walmart for all we know. Don't get in someone's money business. Money can be like tricky enough. Don't get in their money business. Do not believe simply because someone says, I don't have a job, or because of their occupation that they can't afford it. Let them tell you they can't afford it. And then use the authentic selling tools to have that conversation in a way that feels like helping. So belief number 2 that may be keeping you broke is believing that your customers can't afford it. Let's replace that belief with my customers' money is none of my business. They are adults. They don't need my permission to buy my products and services from a financial point of view. And belief number 3 that could be keeping your business broke is similar to belief number 1, but not exactly the same thing. I refuse to do follow-up because I don't want to bother people. Now, the intent behind this belief is so fantastic. You don't want to bother people. You don't want to disturb people. You don't want to be annoying. You don't want to be a nuisance. But what if your following up was helping? What if your following up was actually the thing they needed to have enough belief in themselves to trust you with their money and time? What if your follow-up was the reminder, oh yeah, I meant to sign up for that and I forgot? What if your follow-up was the follow-up that made them say, I can do this? I can't tell you how many times people have said to me, follow-up feels so pushy. I do not want to bother people. I don't want to be a nuisance. And so we craft a follow-up that feels very nurturing, very kind, it's called the love follow-up, very checking in on their potential customer. And the customer actually thanks them for following up and then buys from them. So my point here is follow-up can be pushy. Follow-up can be a bother, but it doesn't have to be. And believing that simply checking in with someone after you've had a sales conversation is going to be a bother is not the mindset you want to be in. It will keep you from following up. And from the hard number side of things, when you don't follow up, you are missing the opportunity to double your sales, because follow-up is statistically proven to double your sales. So we need to get comfortable with follow-up if we only do one thing, because you're going to double your sales as a result. Instead of believing, I don't want to bother people, or I am a bother when I follow up, so I'm just not going to do it, believe this. Believe that you are a light in someone's inbox. And when you follow up in a way that you would want to be followed up with yourself, people are more likely to buy from you. And if you want to learn how to write that love follow-up, I can teach you how inside of Authentic Selling University. So 3 mistakes that could be keeping your business broke is 1, believing that selling is icky, sleazy, slimy, gross, crusty, musty, dusty, rusty. Just not true. Selling is helping. Belief number 2 that may be keeping your business stuck and broke is believing that your customers can't afford it. It's just not true. And quite honestly, it's a little bit arrogant, said with love, because your customers' money is none of your business. Believe that your customers' money is none of your business. And belief number 3 that could be keeping your business stuck and broke is believing that you are not going to follow up because being a follow-up is a bother. Instead, let's replace that belief with, hey, I am going to make someone's day today by checking in on them. And I'm going to do it in a way that also leads to a sale. For more incredible, fantastical, actually, that's not true. These are not fantastical. They're very real world. But, it's a fun word to say. For stupendous, okay, I'm just being goofy now. How about this? For more tactical, practical, strategic, and proven sales solutions, ring my bell. Ring my bell below. Oh. And subscribe. I believe in you, and I believe in your business.